Hi YouTube, it's Call Me Beauty 12 and I am back with a story time for you guys today. I know it's been a while, long time no see, um, but I'm back. I decided to give you guys a couple more videos this week since it is my spring break, so I have a little bit more time on my hands. All right, this is going to be a quick one. I'm going to try my best to get it really quick, but it's just a this is going to be part of a little mini series in my story time series. So, I've had a few hell dates in my life, um, back when I was dating and stuff. So, here's the first one. So this is going to be my hell date part one. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward a lot of these details because try to keep the time down. So, this is when I was around 19, 20-ish, I don't know, something like that. So I went out one night. It was $2 Tuesdays at some club or something. I know, stupid. And so I had a little bit too much to drink. This story is going to be a warning, pretty much, because I know that it could have. It for me, it ended up being a silly story, but for someone else, it could have been much more serious. So I'm gonna warn you guys what not to do when you're dating in your late teens, early 20s, or whatever. So here we go. I had a little bit too much to drink, and then later on that night, I think I was at the drive-through or something, and this guy ended up getting my number. I don't really remember how. Like I said, I was inebriated, so I don't really remember all the details. So, but in my inebriated mind, he seemed to be well spoken. He seemed to be nice. And I don't know. I guess he was okay looking in my mind at the time, because, like I said, I wasn't sober. So anyway, so he got my number. Fast forward a few days later, he ended up texting me and saying we should hang out or whatever. And so so that was the first warning. Don't ever give your number out to anyone while you're drunk. Please don't do it, because I learned the hard way. Don't ever do it. So here's the second warning. I told him he could pick me up at my house, but at the time I lived with my parents. Um, don't ever do that, whether you live with your parents or alone, especially if you live alone. Don't ever let some guy you just met when you was drunk come pick you up. But anyway, I did it because I was like, you know what, I'm free, whatever. I didn't have much to do, and I just did it. So I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So he came and picked me up, and guys, when he came over, I don't even remember what car he was. He was in some hood car or whatever. He looked straight hood. Like, I was like, is did I give my number to you? I was like, is this the guy I gave my number to? He looked so unfamiliar, like I'd never seen him in my life. So I knew I was drunk, because there's no way I would give him my number. And I'm looking like he didn't look anything like the guy that I gave my number to. When I was drunk, I was like, I thought he looked different. I don't know what I was thinking. So and then I just got in the car. He locks the doors and drives off. And I'm like, I was still a little bit shocked, because I was like, you look different. I don't remember giving my number to you. He was like, oh, so you just gonna get in the car with somebody you don't remember giving your number to? And I was like, I guess so. That was stupid of me. Biggest mistake of my life. I should have jumped out that car, because this night doesn't make sense to really tell in order, but I'm gonna try my best to tell it in order. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. So so he pulls off, speeds out of my neighborhood, and I got in quickly because I didn't want my parents to see what I was doing. I guess I don't know, whatever. I just got in the car. So he takes off and gets on the freeway, gets on 20, and I'm like, where? Now, mind you, all at the time I lived with my parents, and they lived in the boondocks. So I lived in the boondocks too, far east boondocks. So he speeds off. We're in the car, and he's driving like a maniac. He's driving like 90, had to be like 95, something that I know is not legal. He was, and then he was like, he started smoking and stuff, and I was terrified. And at that moment, I was like, maybe you should just take me home. But he was going. He just kept going or whatever, and I was freaking out. So I'm like, okay, so where are you taking me? He's like, we're just gonna go get some drinks somewhere, and I was like, okay, I guess. He drives for a long, long time. He ended up getting on 75 going south. We was far, far deep in the south side, deep off somewhere, far from where I stay. Well, I stayed in the boondocks, so everything was far from me, but it was deep off in the south side. And I didn't know anything. I didn't frequent the south side. I work out there, but I still don't go out there just to be going out there. So I was like, where are we going? So he took me to this popular like it's like bar food, like wings and drinks and stuff. Um if you in that area, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so he takes me there, and like I said, the whole time he was speeding like crazy. I was so scared we was gonna crash, and if you crash at that speed, you're dead pretty much. So that's very dangerous. And he was smoking and stuff, and just all around, just hood, ratchet hood, like not the kind of hood that's cute, the kind of hood that's like scary, like crazy. He seemed crazy already just from being in the car with him that short amount of time. So then when we get there, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna meet up. When we get there, we're gonna meet up with my cousin." I was like, "Your cousin?" He was like, "It's a girl cousin." I'm like, "What?" Y'all, we pull up there. This this chick. Okay, it was a female cousin. However, he neglected to tell me that she was how should I put this? Masculine. Yeah, she was gay. And this was the biggest, burliest chick I ever seen. I was like, what is this? Is this a date or what is this? What are you trying to do? So he's like, yeah, we're just gonna chill with her, and so she was there with us. So I was not feeling none of this at all, and I left out a lot because I'm trying to keep this time down. So I'm gonna speed through this because it's a lot. So we finally get there. It's packed. It's packed. It's music, drinks, people eating and stuff. So we finally get a seat. And she was hood ratchet too. He had on like a wife beater and like jeans, and she was just real masculine and like hood ratchet hood, not the good kind of hood. But anyway, um, so we sat down. We ordered drinks and ordered everything, and they were like, "You do you want something to eat?" And they both looking at me like two inmates in the jail or something. I'm sorry, but that's just how they looked. And I was like, I'm not hungry. I just want to go home. At that point, I was through. I wanted to go home. I was like, as soon as they finished eating and we drink down these couple drinks, I'm going home. And no, I was not getting drunk that night. Okay. Um. So they ordered some wings, y'all. They ate these wings like they were animals. They was like just it was disgusting watching them. And they was like, "You sure don't want them to eat?" And I was like, "I'm good. I'm so good." So anyway, fast forward through this. We finished eating, finished drinking, and it's maybe around 7-ish, 8-ish at night. So it's not that late. So I'm thinking, okay, good. The date is over. Just get me home. I was just praying this man got me home safely. So I got back in the car because I was, texting people. I was like, if something happened, I was with this person or whatever. Cause I was scared. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. They were like, do you need me to come pick you up? I should have just said, yeah, just come pick me up. But I told them, you know what, I'm okay. I don't want no one to drive. Cause I was far. I was like, I don't want them to drive all the way down here and then have to, take you back. So all my friends were like, you need me to come. I even had a guy friend that was like, I will come and get you and all this and that. And I was like, that's okay. I'll be home in a little bit. So we get back in the car. The guy was really weird, like really crazy type. I left out a lot. He was just crazy. So we finally get there and he's like, he could tell I was uncomfortable. I wasn't feeling it. He was like, so where you want to go now? I said, you could just take me home. It's been fine, but I just want to go home. And he was like, he looked at me. He said, you don't need to go home. It's early. It's early. I'm not taking you home yet. I was so scared. He was like, I'll take you home. I'll take you home, but it's gonna be later, basically. I was like, how? So you gonna kidnap me? So he locked the doors again. He sped off y'all again. Like he was just crazy. Out now at this point, I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know where to tell people to come and get me because we were still on the freeway. Y'all, he took me all. We was all the way south side. This man took me all the way. We ended up somewhere in some real nice neighborhood in Buckhead. Another cousin, I guess, or friend or something. Some real nice. It was a real nice neighborhood though, but it. And if y'all don't know, if not familiar with Buckhead, Buckhead is was it right north of the city or whatever. So we went far from one end to the other end. And I was in that car for a long time just praying, please, Lord, I will never do this again. Please just get me out of this situation. So he was crazy, he was smoking, he was driving like a bat out of hell. And then we finally got to the place, whatever. Now, mind you, the female, the big cousin, she's still with us. Well, I guess she followed. I don't remember if she was in the car with us or what. I want to say she got in the car with us because I think someone dropped her off and she met us there and then she jumped in the car. I don't know. She was with us for the rest of the night. She was there. Now, this was a long night. Like I said, it was around, right then, it was around 8-ish. We didn't get to the place till I guess closer to 9 or something. I don't know. It was like 9-ish. So it started to get dark. Okay. We finally got to his friend's house out there in Buckhead, whatever. And I don't even remember what went on that time. I would just know that I was begging him, please take me home. I want to go home. I really don't want to be out here. I don't feel like coming out. I didn't feel like coming out here. I just want to go home. And so he was kind of getting irritated, like, and I just asked him, why? What was the point of this date? This wasn't even the date. And he just basically said, well, I just wanted you to be on my arms when I'm around my friends. And I was like, huh? He was serious. He was dead serious. He was like, I just wanted you around, just to be, I guess, I don't know, like to ride shotgun. I was like, this is not a date. What in the world is this? It was so weird. And then to make matters worse, y'all, the big cousin, y'all, the masculine one, she was like kind of, I don't want to say pushing up on me, but kind of, yeah, kind of put like looking at me and making little side comments, and like I was so uncomfortable. And along with that, he was, of course, because he was trying to get with me or whatever. And I was so done. I was over it. That was the worst date of my night. So he essentially, I don't know why he wanted me out there, but he wanted me out there. And then the cousin, I ended up getting hit on by the big burly chick cousin too. Can you imagine how awkward? And then there was a whole bunch of other people, a whole bunch of other stuff. It was some bullshit for you. Okay, it was foolery. Anyway, all right. So I hope that served as a warning to you all. Never give your number out when you're inebriated. And I will do another video to this series later on, and you will have a part 2 for my hell day. All right. Till next time. Take care. Bye.